I'm here with a review for RADHE. That was just for my thumbnail. For some reason, I don't make thumbnails. I basically just take a screenshot of a part in the video and it'll be that. You'll see it. Anyway, so in terms of this year, I've seen 31 Bollywood films that have been released this year. And in terms of my reactions, I believe I've watched every movie I've reacted to so far, except for Talaivi. And we understand why. As I normally say, I'm not a film critic. I'm just a Bollywood watcher, a Bollywood lover, here to give you my opinions on this film. I'm going to talk about different aspects of the film, give you my experience, and then give you my rating at the end of the video. This is not a rating for a group consensus. This is just my personal rating based on my enjoyment and experience with this film. All right, let's do it. In terms of the storyline and the dialogue, it was weak. It was weak. It felt very generic and it felt like it was just following the beats. To me, the story made no sense. Things that were happening made no sense. At one point, I said, this is so dumb. And I watched this movie in two settings, not because I couldn't finish it in one, because I was kind of over it. I was like, shoot, this is stupid. I'll finish it later. And that's what I did. The story is not really enthralling, intriguing, or rather even entertaining. I did laugh a couple of times at parts when I was supposed to and some parts when I wasn't. But a lot of it felt like cheap laughs and cheap gimmicks. Even with the whole case, it's about kids taking drugs, right? But it doesn't seem like they're being forced to take drugs. It seems like they're buying them. And so to me, yeah, you can handle one part, which is cracking down on the crime. But two, there should be some kind of personal responsibility aimed towards the children as to not do drugs. Like, it's not like they were spiking their drinks or saying, you snort that now, right now, take that pill. It didn't feel like that unless I'm wrong. It seems like even if you got rid of the drug dealers, you don't get rid of the reason why the kids are taking the drugs to begin with. It rids them of all personal responsibility and autonomy for their own decisions. So I don't know, maybe that's digging way too much into movie. You know, we got drugs, you got to get rid of drug deals, we get that, but kids are taking drugs. Why are they taking them? I didn't understand why he was taken off the case to begin with. I know we have to get to that point in the story in which he messes up, he goofed up, and so we got to get him off the case, and now he has a limited amount of time to solve the case. I know that has to happen, but at the point where it did, I didn't really understand. They know who he is, so why were they upset? I mean, to me, he got further in the case. He even apprehended one of the criminals. So I didn't understand why the guy was angry with him at that point. Or when the girl ran past Randeep, only to be, hurt, physically attacked. Why? Like, why didn't she run behind Salman Khan? The two sides getting along to find this other guy, there for no reason. It just felt like it had to happen. Even when one of the crime bosses went missing, no one cared. No one thought it was retaliation from the other side or anything. I didn't understand how Randeep, Hooda, and two other guys were creating all this chaos and causing all this crime and commotion. They should have made it seem like it was him and a whole group of people. But no, Randeep, Hooda, and two other people. Even when that guy came in with the fire extinguisher, even when I saw that scene, I said, y'all don't have any questions for a man who just walks up in there with a fire extinguisher, wearing a mask before COVID? No questions? And then that stupid thing happens. Like, it was dumb to me. But I will say it made for a cool fight with the smoke. That was a cool effect, but the setup was dumb. That's what it is. A lot of things need to happen or be set up for certain things to happen. And so the setup is stupid, but he did it so that this other cool thing would happen. In terms of the acting, Salman Khan was in cruise control. Salman Khan was giving us Salman Khan. Do I hate the performance? Was I bothered by the performance? No, but Salman Khan could do better than that. Jackie Shroff, I actually like Jackie in the film, though some could say maybe he was overacting a bit. I like Jackie. He was my favorite person in the whole movie, okay? I don't know which one was weirder for me this year, seeing Jackie Shroff in a gorilla suit or seeing him in a dress. My biggest problem when it comes to the acting were all the supporting actors. Everybody was overacting. All the supporting actors are overacting and they feel like characters. I know they're supporting characters, but they feel like caricatures of people. Randeep, Hooda was hard for me to assess because I thought he did a good job. Randeep Hooda is a good actor. I love Randeep Hooda. He chose to be a more chill criminal, and so his performance was more lax. But because everyone was overacting. Every supporting actor was overacting. It made his performance look out of place, because when somebody's doing all of this and you're just like this, it almost feels like you're underacting. But I feel like if everyone had calmed the heck down or was a bit more realistic, then his performance would have been good. But even the way he attacked the fighting scenes, he was kind of chill about it. But it lacked the energy that was needed for the type of film that it was and the type of performance everyone else was giving. Disha Patani came out the best. Was the acting amazing? No. But it was decent for the type of film and the role that she had. I actually thought her acting was going to be really bad and over the top for some reason. I really thought I was going to be annoyed by Disha Patani's character and her acting. I wasn't. Her role is overall superficial and her character really isn't that deep. Also, when it comes to these type of roles, you really just need three things. Someone who can act decent, check. Someone who can dance, check. And someone who looks good, check. I thought Disha delivered on all three. It made her look good as to like, oh, we can put Disha Patani in another film like this. To me, it felt like they treated Disha Patani like eye candy, even the outfits. I understand she's a model and she's a young woman, okay, so they might wear those type of outfits, but it felt like they were just trying to show off Disha Patani's body. In terms of the role and her styling, I felt like they were treating her like an object, not really a person. In terms of the fights, I found them to be heavily edited. And that's something I wanted to say in the trailer reaction for RADHE. I feel like probably Deva heavily edits his fights, and I don't really like that, but then I wasn't sure if that was true because I couldn't recall. But in terms of this movie, I don't like it. It makes it hard to focus. It makes it hard to see what is truly happening. Like, I wanted to turn away, not tune in more to see what was happening. I wanted to look away. All the fight scenes are stylistically cool, but for me, they don't have a rewatch appeal. I watched it once and I'm done. Like, I don't want to watch them again because I found them to be kind of irritating for my eyes. In terms of the songs, I don't think they're bad songs. I've told you already I was disappointed with the songs. I like parts. I like some of the beats. I don't really love the whole soundtrack as a whole, and most of the songs I don't love as a whole. The only song I really like the most is RADHE. Also, I don't even like the way most of the songs were set up in this film, especially Dil De Diya. Dil De Diya felt so edited. The song itself doesn't flow right. So I especially did not like the way Dil De Diya was utilized in the film. I didn't think Jacqueline came off the best in that performance. I'm sorry. The way CT Mar comes in is like, what? Randeep Hooda escapes at that point. I'm thinking Salman Khan is going to run after Randeep Hooda, but he saves Disha Patani. He and Disha have this silly, I guess, romantic moment, and it goes into CT Mar. Like a dumb setup for the song. The songs are all okay. The choreography is all right. I like certain moves. Can I just say my favorite move for some reason is this right here in RADHE, 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 RADHE. And I do like that move in Zoom Zoom. Da, 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 da. There's another move I like, but like really simple stuff I like. Why did Salman Khan pick up his pant leg in Dil De Diya? Why? It doesn't even go along with the lyrics. I thought it had to do with the lyrics or something. It's just quirky for no reason. CT Mar is quirky for no reason. Like I said, I watched this movie in 2 sittings. I thought the movie was fairly dumb. And when I paused it, I only had a half an hour to go. So I was like, I could finish it, but I really didn't want to. I didn't care to. And that's one of the problems with this film. There's no anticipation. There's no excitement about what will happen. Because you know at the end there's going to be this big fight. I didn't find myself drawn into the story, and so I didn't care about what will happen. And I didn't have any excitement for the climax, so I had to go somewhere. And at that place, I actually wrote the whole review. I wrote the whole review without even finishing the movie. Because critically, this is a bad film. It'll probably be on a lot of lists for the worst films of 2021. I like to regard a 1 out of 5 as painful. It's just a painful movie to watch. I didn't personally find it a painful movie watching experience. I just more found it to be a waste of time. And so I gave this movie a 2 out of 5. Let me tell you when it became a 1. Salman Khan said, I'm going to clean up the city, in which they released a whole bunch of criminals near a bike shop, I guess with the keys in the ignition, just so Prabhu Deva could set up a car and bike chase scene. That's the only reason that's there. So you see how the setup was dumb? I was like, it's a 1. Can I just say the CGI didn't look that great to me? It looked unfinished. Even the helicopter scene, I was about to say I watched the plane fight scene in War. That looked good to me. I don't have any qualms or complaint about that fight scene. The fight scene with Randeep, Hooda, and Salman Khan in the helicopter, I didn't really care for the fight. 1, because of the editing. And 2, like I said, the CGI looked kind of wonky. It's a 1. There were a couple of parts, I'm not even gonna lie to you, there were a couple of parts I wanted to give it a 1, but I was like, it's not that bad. It's bad, but it's not that bad. But when he went to clean up the city, I was done. It's a 1. It's a 1. So tell me your thoughts on RADHE. Did you like it? Let me know. Bye.